This is Umar for BoxNation, and I'm joined by two very special guests, Kieran Farrell and his boy, Fraze, who's beating up kids from Baltimore, I hear.
Yeah.
Kieran.
He's unbeaten now, 1-0. He's age 8, and he boxed out in it was Washington, Maryland, Virginia. It was all in they call it the DMV area. So we boxed over there at the Coco Cabana, big club there, and he boxed a kid from Baltimore, Jax Davis, and he beat him. Now he's 1-0 out for his.
Yeah.
Come on, you got to tell us a little bit about that if you just hand the mic over to your son.
How did the fight go for his?
It was good.
Yeah, what did you beat him with? What was your best shot?
Probably the backhand or the jab.
The jab, it was his jab. He kept jabbing the kid's head off, so he won a unanimous decision, and we just got started. He's age 8.
Well, as long as you keep listening to your dad, I'm sure you'll be fine, because Daniel Dubois certainly improved under your tutelage, Don Charles, and the whole team.
Yeah.
And I've just spoke to him, Kieran. Obviously, this fight with Usyk, this rematch is now done and on for July, just at Wembley Stadium behind us. And you guys have told me off the record that each camp, it's scary how much he's improving each time.
Yeah. So after the AJ fight, 5 weeks later, we started training for Joseph Parker. We didn't know it was Joseph Parker. We just started training. But honestly, I went to the house and we were doing some pads, and I was like, wow, it's scary this, because like he's leveled up 3 times again. And that's since the AJ fight, and everyone's seen him how destructive was it with the AJ fight. Obviously, we had the thing with Joseph Parker where he got ill and that, which couldn't be helped, you know what I mean? And it is what it is, you know what I mean? Like, you see all the social media and stuff like that, but it is what it is. At the end of the day, you can't put a poorly fighter in there. Obviously, I've had an injury myself in the ring, and I was 100% for that fight, you know what I mean? So you can't go in there less than 100%.
So with this Usyk fight, we've seen them share rounds, of course, before. And, you know, Daniel had his moments in there, one significant one.
Yeah.
But ultimately, Usyk took control and stopped Daniel Dubois. So what's going to be different in this rematch, Kieran?
It will definitely not be like that again. I can't give the game away, our game plan, but it definitely will not be the same fight. Daniel's a different fighter. Usyk will stand in front of Daniel, think he's going to do what he's doing like he did last time, and it's going to be a totally different fighter in front of him, you know what I mean? So I don't care what anyone says, that, oh, he got knocked down by a jab and all that. I've seen it all, but like, look, this Daniel Dubois is a different mindset, is a different piece of clay, and we're gonna do it. I know we're gonna do it. You know what I mean? Undisputed.
Daniel's always had raw power and speed. That's why Frank signed him and put so much investment into him, Kieran. But since the Miller fight, really, there has been significant improvements, and it's probably just a percentage in each department. But is that what's going to get him over the line against Usyk?
Look, Usyk's, and this is not slagging Usyk. Usyk's a special fighter, and he's always going to go down in history anyway. But this is our time, you know what I mean? Timing's everything. And Usyk's 37, Daniel's 27. Daniel's in the form of his life, like you said. We're going back to, we're at Wembley again, which is a massive thing, you know what I mean? Like, last time we fought, Usyk was in Poland with 40,000 Ukrainians there. This time it's going to be 90,000, 100,000 Brits all cheering, or having a drink and cheering, and it's going to be good. I can't wait.
What does this boil down to, this fight? Without giving too much away.
It boils down to Daniel, man, you know what I mean? Like, it does. I think Daniel's, as long as Daniel's mindset's right, which it is right, everything's right for Daniel, he wins. Simple as that. He's the most destructive heavyweight around right in this day and age, you know what I mean? So, like, look, look, we just got to go and do it and prove it, you know what I mean? And I know we can do, you know what I mean?
Is it too obvious to say that the body has to be targeted again?
Listen, even, I was just going off what you just said there, but the AJ fight, everyone had us wrote off. Ergovic fight, everyone had us wrote off. I think the Miller fight, everyone had him wrote off. You know, and he keeps winning, you know what I mean? And that's all it's about, you know what I mean? It's about winning, going in there, winning, and doing what he's got to do. He's got 12 threes to do it, you know what I mean? And Daniel Dubois for 12 threes, I'll be honest. Like I said, I felt another crack today. He's hit me in the stomach today, and it winded me, you know what I mean? So.
No, but specifically on that point, is it a very obvious thing to say, going off what happened the first time? that you got to target the body again?
I think anywhere's being targeted. You know what I mean? Like I say, I think he's an Daniel Dubois is an heavyweight who can put you asleep with a shot. You know what I mean? And that could be our jab. I've seen it happen in the gym. We were doing 8 rounds, 10 round sparring. In the 8th round, he's jabbed someone and the legs have gone all over the show. And that's scary when you think about you're 8 rounds into a fight and you could get done with a jab. It's scary. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying that Usyk's gonna get done with a jab, but look, I'm not gonna put it past Daniel to knock anybody out with a jab because I felt it. You know what I mean? It's hard.
Is it your toughest test to date, though? This
100%. Look, I got involved in this sport to be at the pinnacle of boxing, and I might not have done it in my actual boxing career because I got cut short with a bleed on the brain. But now I'm back, and I've been coaching. I've had schoolboy champions, junior champions, youth champions, European gold medalist, world bronze medalist. We've had British champions. We've had IBF world champion Daniel Dubois. Now this is the ultimate test, the undisputed heavyweight undisputed champion of the world. That it don't get any bigger than that in boxing. So let's test that. I want to test myself as well. Just as much as Daniel's testing himself, I'm testing myself, and let's go, man. You know what I mean? And if Daniel beats Usyk, my new gym is being called Undisputed.
Only rightly so. You are going up against a southpaw this time as well.
Yeah.
So as I said, Daniel has shared rounds with him before in that first fight. But that run Daniel's been on and all the sparring he's had for his last 4 camps has been against orthodox fighters.
Yeah.
So what does the southpaw and Usyk present to you?
Obviously, it's a different fight for us. You know what I mean? But like again, Umar, without going into detail, it's making the adjustments right for Daniel. And I'll be honest, like from just being in the gym doing that, like we have been training for a few weeks anyway, making them little adjustments and making sure that he keeps drumming it into his head. We'll start seeing when he starts sparring and that, we'll start seeing them adjustments come into play, and they will make the difference.
I can't wait for Wembley Stadium.
Hey, it's gonna be a mint, innit? I can't wait. It's gonna be really good. Like I don't know how many are gonna get in there this time. Like they did 96,000 last time, didn't they? But honestly, man, if they could do 100,000, that was like it'd be like record breaking, wouldn't it? You know what I mean?
He says this time he's leaving no stones unturned. He's going to nail him to the canvas. Is that what you go along with?
You got to do. You know what I mean? That's the way you beat him. You know what I mean? Like he's unbeaten. He's never been beat. Daniel's got to put, like you say, nail him to the canvas, and like I believe he can do it. You know what I mean? I really do believe he can do it. And I'm in the corner, man. Where Don's in the corner, we're all there, and we're gonna give it our best. You know what I mean? And I think we can do it. You know what I mean? And the Brits need to get behind the Brits. That's what we need to do. We don't want to hear that. Oh, Usyk's this, Usyk's that. We want to get behind the Brits. All the British people need to get behind Daniel Dubois, 27-year-old. Support your own and get behind him, man. And then get behind Fraser Farrell when he comes through as well.
Before we let you go, if we bring Fraser in,
Come on.
I want a prediction from the big man.
Prediction. Who
Usyk
wins?
Dubois 2.
Usyk Dubois 2.
Definitely the bar.
By knockout.
By knockout, all points.
Knockout.
Yes.
There we go.
Good lad.
There we go. Kieran,
Umar.
appreciate your time.
Thank you, mate.
Queensbury,
The biggest fights,
and the biggest nights.
home of champions.
Home of knockouts.
There's no way back from this!
The home of the future.
And this is it!
The global home of boxing.
Queensbury, exclusively on design.